Hello students, welcome to chemistry classes. So today we are going to discuss the continuation of the first part of basic concept of organic chemistry. Now I would like to explain tetravalency of carbon. So before that you must know what is valence electron and what is valency. The concept you are studied in lower classes also. What is valence electron? Valence electron means number of electron present in the valence shell, number of electron present in the outermost shell or valence shell, that is called valence electron. For example, hydrogen electronic configuration 1s1, only one electron present in the valence shell, that is called one electron, valence shell. And valency means number of electrons participate in the chemical bond formation. Number of electrons participate in the chemical bond formation, that is called valency. Suppose in an atom can have 7 electrons present in the valence shell. All the 7 electrons are not necessary to participate the bond formation. Some electrons, that is one electron may be participate in the bond formation, that is said to be valency of the concerned atom. We know that in the periodic table S block elements and P block elements. S block elements, the number of electron present in the valence shell, that is equal to the valency of the concerned atom. This term is true up to carbon family. Group number 13 boron family, group number 14 carbon family. Carbon family 4 electrons present in the valence shell. So after that carbon nitrogen family, nitrogen, oxygen family and halogen family. So after this carbon family, here 5 electrons present in their valence shell, here 6 electrons present in their valence shell, here 7 electrons present in their valence shell. How to find out the valency of this group elements? This is simply valency is equal to 8 minus 5, 8 minus 5 electron in the valence shell, that is equal to 3. Of a nitrogen family valency is equal to 3, oxygen family valency is equal to 2 because 8 minus 6. Halogen family valency is equal to 1 because 8 minus 7, that is valency. Here also we concentrate the carbon family. Carbon atomic number 6, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2 and 2p2. Normally we look at the ground state electronic configuration 1s2, valence shell consists of 4 electrons. We simply say the valency of this carbon atom is 4. I already told you number of electron participate in the bond formation, that is said to be valence. Look at this electronic configuration, 2 electrons present in the s orbital, 2s, this is completely filled, and 2 electrons present in the 2p orbital. 2p orbital consists of 2 unpaired electrons. This is completely filled, or simply say paired electron. This is unpaired electron. Paired electrons does not involve the bond formation. Then how to say the valency of carbon is 4? This is because the excitation is a ground state configuration. This is ground state configuration. Excited state configuration also possible. One of the s electron transferred to 2p orbital. One of the s electron transferred to 2p orbital. So now say what is the electronic configuration? 1. Here 3 electrons, 2s1, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz1. 2p, 2s1, 2px1, 2py1, 2pz1. Now look at this configuration. 4 unpaired electrons are possible. These 4 unpaired electrons overlap with the nearest atom, either carbon atom or some other atoms, to form a covalent bond. Covalent bond formation is possible with the help of the 4 unpaired electrons. Hence, the valency of carbon is 4. So, you can't judge because of their ground state configuration, the valency of carbon is 4. But actual practice, the valency of carbon is 4 by exchanging the electron from the ground state of 2s orbital to this excited state of 2pz orbital. One of the s electron transfer from this ground state 2s orbital to this 2pz orbital. This is the valency of tetravalency of carbon. So, in any places or in any compounds in carbon compounds, what is the valency of carbon means 4. Valency of carbon is 4. And shape of the carbon compounds with the help of hybridization. Formation of methane. Formation of methane. You know the formula for methane 4, CH4. Methane formula CH4. Listen, carbon outer state valence cell configuration 2s1 and 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz1. So 4 unpaired electron. How many hydrogen atom present in methane? 4. You know the electronic configuration of carbon, the hydrogen 1s1. So hydrogen 1s1, 1s1, 1s1 and 1s1. Draw like this for the possibility for forming this bond. 2px, 2py and 2pz. 1s, 1s, 1s. So before that you must know the shape of the orbitals. Shape of the orbital. S orbital is, I explained in some other classes, in specifically how the shape of the orbital arises. Okay, now you for this concept you should know or you remember this shape of S orbital. The shape of S orbital is spherical. Shape of P orbital is dumbbell shape. So the spherically S orbital, 2 types of bond, one sigma bond, another one is the pi bond. Sigma bond is the strong bond and pi bond is the weak bond. Sigma bond and pi bond. Spherically S orbital and spherically S orbital symmetrically overlap. How the sigma bond is formed? Overlap means they are united together. How this overlapping arises? Sigma bond formed due to the symmetrical overlap or cylindrical overlap or linear overlap or axial overlap or simply say head-on overlap. Head-on overlap of 2 atomic orbitals leads to the formation of the sigma bond. So, how the pi bond arises? Pi bond is a weak bond. There will be no possibility for the head-on overlap, but they are present in the sidewise overlap. Sidewise overlap or lateral overlap of atomic orbitals leads to the formation of pi bond. You know now how sigma bond is formed? Symmetrical overlap. Pi bond, lateral overlap or the sidewise overlap. Here all the possibility for the head-on overlap. S orbital spherical shape, this S orbital spherical shape, both are united together or overlap together to form one sigma CH bond. 1 sigma CH bond. The shape of p orbital is dumbbell shape, dumbbell spherical, dumbbell spherical, dumbbell spherical, dumbbell spherical. So this overlap, head-on overlaps leads to the formation of 3 sigma CH bonds. So this methane formation takes place like that only. Now structurally it is explained like this. Listen, 1 carbon atom, 4 CH bonds, H, 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 H. So shape of the molecule. Hybridization. How many orbitals involving the bond formation? You know what is hybridization? I simply explain hybridization in 2 lines. Mixing of atomic orbitals. Mixing of atomic orbitals with similar energy, similar shape gives new equivalent orbitals with similar energy, similar shape and symmetrical orientation in space are called hybridization. You remember, simply you remember like this, mixing of atomic orbitals are called hybridization. How the mixing occurs? Mixing occurs with the help of the energy variation. How the energy variation arises? It leads to the strength of the bond. It leads to the, depends upon the bond energy of the sigma bond. So, okay, 4 CH bonds are formed and shape of the molecule is tetrahedral and hybridization is sp3 hybridization. So, you know the structure of methane. Methane, tetrahedral shape, sp3 hybridization, totally 4 orbitals are present. Now, we calculate the S character. 25% of S character and 75% of P character. S character 25%, P character 75%. And also you understand one concept by this hybridization. As the S character increases, acidity of the molecule increases. Acidity of the molecule increases. Here S character is very low, dominate is P character, 75%. Similarly, alkenes, double bonds are present, hybridization sp2, geometry, trigonal geometry or planar geometry, trigonal or planar geometry. Alkynes, triple bonds are present, hybridization sp. Here look at the alkynes, 1 s orbital and 1 p orbital. Yes, 50% S character and 50% P character. Here 33.3% S character and 66.6% P character. Comparing alkenes, alkynes and alkanes, which one is more acidic? Alkenes are more acidic. Why alkynes are more acidic? Alkynes are more acidic. Why alkynes are more acidic? Because S character is maximum when comparing with alkenes and this alkanes. So this is the second part of this lesson, and I hope you all understand about this topic. If you have any doubts, you may ask. Thank you.